Akhila, I'm a poet, writer, a former journalist, and a theatre artist. And this whole week I had been thinking which poems to recite out of my pool of poems, and I thought on June 16 we are going to celebrate Father's Day. So maybe three poems which are very close to my heart. The narrators are daughters belonging to different age groups, so I'm going to present those poems. So the first poem, a very short poem, is I Want to Be Like You. It is a rebellion from a 16-year-old daughter who is questioning her father for questioning her for smoking a cigarette after she gets caught. So it goes like this. A very short poem. At 16, when I was caught and then questioned by my father for secretly blowing smoke rings from my tender teenage lips on our terrace, I replied, as in all other ways, I want to be like you in this too, Dad. Now the second poem is written by a daughter who is middle-aged in her 30s and is sad and at the same time agitated to see her old father's failing memory. As a child, it's very painful to see our parents grow old and age. The title of the poem is A Father's Failing Memory. Dear Father, it's not that you are dead or estranged, that I cannot say these things to you, confide in you like I used to before. But you know, it would be so unlike me of us to talk on matters like these, so trivial, so flimsy. Just like your entire existence, you betrayed us this one last time as well. You forgot us. You are forgetting day by day, every night. I wonder, do you even remember your own self? Behind the grumpy, tough, annoyed appearance, we knew there existed a warm heart soaked in the sun that probed in love, fear and agony for our well-being. When the sun dawned every day, you rushed to bring those milk packets to Amma, who made us, your daughters, some sweetened almond concoction to keep diseases at bay. Remember how you used to be thrilled to feed the chirping sparrows, flocking our porch on your humming, so mellow, so tender? Now those newspapers lie ruffled on our drawing room's cracked oval glass table for hours and nobody opens, reads and folds them back neatly as you used to. Remember that day when you turned away your eyes from mine which were longing for that same old gaze, when you started searching for your long forgotten daughter while I stood there right in front of you? It broke my heart and for a while I wished you were dead. During those fights, the constant bickering and occasional sulking, it was you who always apologized, asking, do you know a father's heart? I who waited grumpy and longing for you to come back, would jump and hug you shouting, no I don't and I don't want to. Now I stand here exactly on the other side, screaming in my mind every day. Do you know a daughter's heart? Do you realize that now you don't scold me anymore for not calling you exactly at 11 a.m. every day? I want to tell you that though I always hated you for being so adamant and protective, I miss the same old you as if your silence has left a deep scarred vacuum in my life. Do you know that my heart explodes and sighs in pain to see my beloved father dying, growing old and becoming a stranger day by day? Do you know how a daughter feels to see her father's memory receding like an ebbing tide? So this was Father's Failing Memory. And, thank you. There is one more poem, the last one, and this is narrated by a daughter who is almost as old as, she's old, and who can't see the helplessness of her father, an old man, who out of his helplessness, old age and loneliness, gave up looking for her children to visit him and dug his own grave. The title of the poem is The Man Who Dug His Own Grave. It goes like this. When the waiting refused to cease and the promises refused to please, his wrinkled, tired eyes stopped nurturing those dreams. He dreamed of the fulfillment of his aspiration to see his children return to their home and destination. Unaware of their betrayal, he believed he would live to one day witness their arrival. He called relatives from far and near, told people who were close and dear that his children would come back soon, as they promised their return was for sure. He started the celebrations in his mind and began to set up the house with goods of every kind, beds, curtains, clothes, and new utensils, as if after years away the house master were on their way. Days passed, so did months, but the old man's children never came. He waited, and waited all too late, till he got tired and one day dug his own grave. Thank you.